What is up, guys? This is Logan, also known as LRXC on Pokemon Showdown. Got some more revival action. We got Power Juice on the bottom versus Pack on top. Don't know who Power Juice is. I like their name, but Pack is a really good ADVer. Has climbed really high on the ladder. Had a really good run last in the Kalos Invitational 6. They're a seasoned ADV player, and they're good. I also believe they played Gen 6 UU with me back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Either way, we just saw Scarm go down to a Magneton, and nothing else has really happened. Moltres is coming in, has a huge momentum swing here. I'm also watching football on the side. Any American football fans here? I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. We're not doing so well, but we just had a huge throw for a touchdown, and Derrick Henry ran it in. Good stuff. Anyway, back to Pokemon. I know only 0 of you care about sports. Either way, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Suicune came in on Moltres. And here comes Blissey. Okay, so maybe TSS build plus Blissey. Plus Moltres for Pack. Here comes Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is gonna probably reveal a Swampert, is my guess. Could be a Metagross. Swampert or Metagross in the back is probably gonna be revealed. Pack stays in with Blissey. Oh, was that counter Bliss? Oh, I have a feeling that was counter Blissey. Why would you stay in? Yeah, I think that was supposed to be counter Blissey. That is unfortunate. In comes Swampert. Wow. That's not good for Pack. Power Juice is up 6 Mons to 4, and the only damage that has been taken is the 73% health Suicune. Yeah, here comes Magneton. Sacrificing itself to the Swampert, it seems. Threatening Hidden Power Grass. Does Pack play around that? Yep, let's see the Protect. And on the Hidden Power Grass, what does Pack do about this? Does Power Juice ever click Thunderbolt into the Moltres coming in? That'd be hilarious. Power Juice's team might be a bit weak to Moltres because Suicune has to keep taking Hidden Power Grasses. I'm just kidding. There's a Mence and an arrow in the back. Let's see. Pack's in a weird situation here with Magneton. Magneton's actually posing a hilariously good offensive threat. Yep, clicks Hidden Power Grass, gets that insane chip on the Swampert. That is amazing for Aerodactyl and Salamence to clean up. Yeah, this is looking troublesome. I bet Power Juice has a Tyranitar in the back, and then a more sturdy rock resist like Metagross or Swampert. No, it's actually Dugtrio. Okay. Dugtrio is here to trap a Blissey, and now it's going to trap this Swampert. More than likely, it's going to kill this Swampert. I couldn't imagine it not killing the Swampert. And wow, Pack's on the back foot to Power Juice. Here comes another Protect. Uh-oh, Swampert might live now. I think it's actually pretty likely to live this Earthquake now. Yep, it lives it. Nice from Pack, and kills it with the Pump. T-Tar loves that Dugtrio is gone. Wow, good stuff from Pack getting a double Protect. And unfortunate for Power Juice with the Dugtrio, but maybe some justice for Pack with that crit on the Blissey that, again, I think likely was either T-Waving or clicked counter. Here comes Gengar. Yep, we see just a TSS build plus Moltres. Suicune gets the Calm Mind. Gengar might just want to boom here. I'm not really sure though. Gengar seems really nice for the Mence. I actually take that back. I don't think it wants to boom at all. But this Suicune seems really threatening. Here comes Thunderbolt. It's Rest Coon. Calm Mind Rest Coon. And it's Chesto Berry. Wow! You never see that. Resto Chesto Suicune, and it actually looks really, really good here. Gonna 2-hit KO this Gengar, and it heals it back up to full, because without that, the Gengar just 3-hit KO'd with Thunderbolt. With lefties, it still probably would have 3-hit KO'd 35 and 30. Would have taken it down. Wow. Let's see. Suicune goes down, and Gengar also goes down. I don't know if Moltres revenges at this range. I think it actually does. Pack thinks so. Suicune not having lefties is really bad for Suicune. That's why you pretty much never see Resto Chesto, especially with sand on the field. It's not a good look. But here comes Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's looking to put on the pain, and we don't even know what's in the back for Power Juice. We're assuming a Metagross or a Swampert. Could be like an offensive Calm Mind Jirachi even, something like that. But let's see. Let's see what we got here. Moltres obviously doesn't want to stand on the rock slide. Here comes the T-Tar pivot. Would have been a crazy play to Earthquake there from Power Juice, by the way, knowing that T-Tar was going to come in. And it also takes care of Swampert in case Pack wants to sacrifice the Swampert. Here comes Rock Slide from T-Tar. Does a ton to Mixments. Mixments on the Moltres. Doubt it's Rock Slide here. Could be Rock Slide, but Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it actually is Rock Slide. That'd be funny. Some Mixamences are opting to use Rock Slide just for Moltres and Zard, and it also still hit Zapdos. Let's see. And does Pack click? Oh, Pack just kills the Ments. All right. I mean, Pack has some good positioning there around the Aerodactyl, but is it enough for Aerodactyl to not win? Pack is likely to either sack the Swampert or let Moltres die. I think it's going to be sacking the Swampert here. And if it's Earthquake, you go out to Moltres. And if it's Rock Slide, you go out to T-Tar and just try to revenge this Aerodactyl. Yep, here comes the Swampert sack. Ancient Power? What in the world? Is this banned Ancient Power? Here comes Metagross in the back. That's not what Pack wants to see. I mean, Power just could just click Boom here and open up. Yep, and now Aerodactyl just clicks Earthquake and is going to finish off this Tyranitar, assuming it has it. Ancient Power Aerodactyl, what in the world? Please have Earthquake. And Tyranitar goes down. Wow, Pack has lost to Power Juice in Game 1. Ancient Power is just so unnecessary. You're fishing for a random Omni Boost, but some interesting options here from Power Juice with the Resto Chesto Suicune and Ancient Power Aerodactyl. Obviously building their own team, seeing how they can try to innovate in the meta. And hey, I mean, it worked here versus Pack. Again, that crit on the Blissey was like super duper pivotal. That kind of, you know, just that hacks kind of steamrolled that game, but it's not like Power Juice played terribly. I just think some of the sets were a little bit questionable, but hey, why am I complaining when they won the game? Let's see what Game 2 is all about. All right, Game 3 is up. Let's switch sides. Power Juice on the bottom, Pack on the top. Lead Ments, lead T-Tar. Pack likely to not stay in yet. Here comes Scarm on a Brick Break. Looks like banned damage, so we got a banned Ments, and we'll confirm it with the Sand. Leftovers not healing the Ments. This is a banned Ments lead. Pretty cool. Let's see how Power Juice takes care of this Scarm. Could be a Magneton in the back. Pack might try to play around a Magneton in the back and like either roar or double out here. That would be interesting. Let's see what happens. Because banned Ments does telegraph something like a Magneton in the back. Okay, it's actually Claydoll just trying to come in and spin away the spikes, but this is just going to get Toxic, assuming that this Scarm has Toxic. I don't know about this. So maybe there isn't a Magneton in the back. I guess there isn't. Here we go. Just spins away the spikes, but it's about to get Toxic. Yep. Is it Refresh Claydoll? Because now that Claydoll is just sitting here for nothing. It's letting the Scarm heal up. Okay, it is Refresh Doll. And gets the roar out into a Jirachi. Okay. I mean, it's still kind of weird to go Claydoll right away on the spikes. Because, I mean, the Scarm is just healing up for free. Misses a Thunder on a Spikes. Wow. Okay, well now Pack knows to fear that Thunder. What's going to come into it? Here comes T-Tar on a Wish. Okay, predicting the T-Tar switch out, but didn't want to get damage on it, I guess. What's going to switch into T-Tar for free with this Wish? It's going to be Salamence on the Earthquake. All right, Salamence heals up. That was an interesting Wish. I feel like you could have just clicked Thunder there. I don't really see the downside in doing that. And now Salamence is taking more Sand Chip. Scarm did take that Brick Break, but it's not that much. And I mean, Pack is just getting these spikes up. Claydoll spins it away. Gonna get Drill Pecked. All right. Claydoll's kind of stalemating this Scarm. It's a really weird matchup when you have a Refresh Doll. Like, you can stay in. You can refresh on the Scarm, but it also hates the fact that this Scarm has Drill Peck. If it was a non-Drill Peck Scarm, then Claydoll would have the advantageous position, just healing up, spinning away, refreshing all the Toxics. But yeah, it's Drill Peck Scarm. Here comes T-Tar. We don't know what the set is necessarily. It has Earthquake. It could be DB, but it could also just be 4 attacks. It could be a Mixtar with Earthquake to handle Jirachi a lot better than like Fire Blast versus a Calm Mind Jirachi. Let's see. Let's see if Pack makes a predictive switch here. Here comes Celebi on a Hidden Power Bug. Wow! That was trying to call the Claydoll, but instead finds a Celebi. That's great. That's amazing for Pack. Now Power Juice is on the back foot. What is Power Juice going to do here with the Celebi? I mean, that's terrible. That's terrible. This is 4 attacks Tar, pretty much confirmed. Earthquake, Hidden Power Bug, Rock Slide, and then maybe Focus Punch. Here comes Ments to try to intimidate the Tar on another HP Bug. Threatening out with Brick Break, but without a Magneton, Scarm is pretty free to just come in on this banned Ments. And yeah, Power Juice can double out to Jirachi, but the problem is that it can take Spikes damage. Yeah, I mean, here, okay, Rock Slide, sure. Is Power Juice just gonna try to stay in and flinch through the Scarm? Seems like a weird matchup versus Scar. Okay, it's good to stay in and try to flinch it. Gets one flinch. Oh my gosh. Pack is hating this right now, but Mence is taking the sand chip, and if it gets toxic, then this Salamence is on a super big timer, especially if Pack has Protect on any of the Mons in the back. Here comes Claydoll on a Jirachi. Yep, Jirachi trying to pivot into that Rock Slide. I like that play from Pack. Here comes back out into Skarmory on a spin, but is just letting the Scarm get healed right back up. And now Power Juice has to pivot into something that can threaten the Scarm. Here comes Jirachi on another Spikes, but Scarm is healing right back up. Lefties is so powerful on Scarm. Here comes Thunder, fishing for Paralysis. Doesn't get it for the second time. A 60% chance to paralyze whenever it hits. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I don't really know what I'm expecting in the back for Pack. I mean, like, because literally almost nothing has been revealed besides a standard Skarmory and probably 4 attacks Tyranitar with leftovers. On Power Juice's side, I guess this seems like a team that has banned Salamence, but is also trying to play a long game versus Skarmory without Magneton. So maybe like a Wish. Yeah, I mean, okay, there it is. I mean, it is Wish Jirachi. I forgot that clicked Wish. So then it's trying to Wish and heal the Salamence back up, heal the refreshed Claydoll back up, and I guess play the long game. Why they tried to click Thunder on this Tyranitar, I really don't know. Here comes Claydoll on a Hidden Power Bug. Nice call from Pack. Calling this coming in on the Earthquake, and this Tyranitar is slowly chipping this team down. Celebi's at 17, Mence, Claydoll, and Jirachi are all at about 50 to 60%, and Pack's team is only a half health Scarm, and everything else is at full health. Here comes the Scarm in on the Mence. That's good for Pack. Salamence is taking more Sand Chip, and for what? To try to Rock Slide here? I mean, Pack could just click Spikes here. Pack could click Toxic. Toxic is a cool option into the incoming Claydoll, or just Drill Pecks and crits the Salamence. Wow, nice crit. I mean, that's pretty big. Scarm is lower on health, but I mean, there goes a huge threat, a huge breaking threat in Salamence. And now what? Your response is just Claydoll to spin it away. Scarm's just gonna keep setting up Spikes or Drill Peck and heal up. There goes a Drill Peck. Claydoll's about to die. The only way to remove these hazards. Here comes Ice Beam trying to freeze the Scarm. Doesn't get it. There's some Spikes. Wow, that's an interesting. Refresh, Rapid Spin, Ice Beam, Claydoll. Probably with Earthquake as the last move. Barely lives that one. I guess it can fire off an Ice Beam here. Gonna try to freeze the Scarm. Gets a crit! No freeze and sets up the Spikes. And now this Skarmory is dead. Pack might try to preserve it. Yep, it's gonna preserve it. Here comes Claydoll in on an Ice Beam. Claydoll's gonna, Gengar's gonna revenge this. Power Juice should probably keep it. Yep, here comes T-Tar. Is it Pursuit Tar? I don't know, but Giga Drain's a good mid ground there. Kills the Claydoll and then can hit a Tyranitar or like a Pursuit Tar trying to come in. I don't know if this is Pursuit. Yep, tries to click it there. I think that was a very simple crunch turn if you are this kind of Tyranitar. Just click crunch here. Oh, but gets a crit. Pack's getting the hacks back now. This game's looking over and quick. I might as well just speed up the game 3. I don't see how Power Juice comes back from this with a Thunder, Wish, Jirachi, low health Claydoll, low health Celebi. Gets the Thunder off on Gengar. Doesn't get a Paralysis again. And dare I say unlucky. Here comes Wisp on the Jirachi. It's gonna Wish up, trying to Wish. I don't even know. I guess itself. In comes T-Tar. Jirachi's gonna click Calm Mind. Okay, maybe Calm Mind Jirachi can do something. Maybe it can do something. Thunder misses. Pack's gonna click Earthquake. Jirachi's gonna die to another Earthquake. Tries to go for the Thunder. Finally gets a Paralysis. No full para though. Does Power Juice have something miraculous in the back to make a win happen? I'm not really sure. Here comes Claydoll to threaten the Earthquake. I doubt Pack goes out to Gengar here. I'm not really sure. I mean, Pack actually lives this Earthquake. Or it's Psychic Ice Beam, wow. It can't even pressure the Tyranitar. That is not a set I would advise. Giving Tyranitar a free switch in every single time it comes in is, I don't think, a very good idea. Yeah, I just don't think, especially when your other Rock Resist doesn't even threaten the Tyranitar. Tyranitar just seems deadly, and then you sack the Celebi for little reason. Here comes Snorlax. Power Juice is already saying GG and just forfeits the game. You never know. Maybe a Curse Lax could have got it done. It was Curse Rest, but Power Juice sees it otherwise, and we are on to Game 3. Pack dominated that game. Alright, we're on to Game 3. Mixed Tyranitar burns and hits the Scarm, and Scarm clicks Whirlwind instead of Spikes. Pretty advantageous position for Pack. Pack, I think, here is clearly the better player. We saw that from Game 2. Game 1 was a Haxy Rock Slide crit on that Blissey. But maybe Power Juice could pull this back. That's not a good start, though. Scarm got 0 spikes up and is at low health and burnt. Here comes Scarm on a Toxic. I mean, Pack is just racking this up. Power Juice could just decide to go Scarm here and try to set up some spikes. Yeah, Pack is just owning. Here comes Spikes on a Fire Blast. Okay, that's pretty good for Power Juice. Doesn't get a burn, but Scarm takes big damage from that Fire Blast. See what Pack does about that. I doubt Pack stays in, or Pack just clicks Protect here if he has it. I think Pack should switch out here. Doesn't want Scarm to get that low from Fire Blast Blissey. Yep, here comes Aerodactyl on a Fire Blast, and Starmie comes in. Okay, trying to spin away those spikes, and hilariously now threatens the Aerodactyl out. I think Pack could have a Blissey in the back, but instead it's just their own Starmie as the answer, and in comes Gengar on a Hidden Power Bug or Earthquake or Double Edge, I guess? Kind of odd. Let's see if Pack's Starmie has Psychic. Kind of a rare coverage option these days, especially when I think it needs to have Spit. Well, there it goes, and not only does it hit the Gengar, it crits the Gengar. Looking at Psychic Starmie here, and Pack is clearly ahead. I mean, Pack's team has taken almost no damage, only a half health Skarmory, which is going to get back to 60 when it comes in. Yeah, wow. I don't know what Power Juice does here, but Pack seems to be cleaning this up. Can Power Juice mount a comeback? Soft-boiled Metagross is scared of the Fire Blast, but maybe Pack just elects to click Explosion here. Nope, it's just Meteor Mash that does a ton of damage. Metagross takes a Fire Blast, doesn't get burnt. And yep, we're looking at Lefty's Metagross. Here comes Swampert on that mash. If he gets an attack boost. No attack boost for Pack. But Pack has some safe switch-ins into the Swampert. I mean, you can go out into Starmie. Could go out into Scarm, but I think Starmie is more than likely going to come in here. However, with Thunderbolt Psychic, it might not have Recover. Wow, here comes Venusaur. That's the perfect Swampert switch-in, and threatens Sleep. Nothing wants to go to sleep here. And I think if Blissey comes in on like a Razor Leaf, it actually dies to the Spikes damage and then 2 Razor Leafs. Wow. Interesting team from Pack here. I dig it. It looks fun. It looks cool. Venusaur in the back. Okay, it's actually Giga Drain, not Razor Leaf. Wants to heal itself up versus a Tyranitar, I guess. And Hidden Power Fire takes out the Scarm. Yep, Pack usually carries that kind. Venusaur usually carries that kind of coverage. And I mean, Power Juice is just clearly on the back foot. I have no clue what they're going to be able to do here. In comes Tyranitar into a soft-boiled. Yeah, here comes Toxic. Sub-Toxic. I mean, substitute Tyranitar. So this is a sub-punch Tyranitar with Fire Blast. Also likely has Rock Slide or Thunder. Soft-boiled. And here comes Focus Punch. Bam! Blissey's getting destroyed. Yeah. I don't know how Power Juice even wins this. Here comes Focus Punch. Eats the Ice Beam. That's probably a max HP Tyranitar. Wow, this is looking over. Here comes Starmie. Again, Power Juice has to have a miracle third Pokemon. Thunderbolts on the Tyranitar. Tyranitar crunches. It's Crunch as the last move. What an interesting set. Makes sense with Venusaur's weakness to Gengar. Makes a lot of sense, actually. And also the Psychic on Starmie makes sense in that regard. I really like Pack 6. I kind of want to steal it. It looks cool. Seems really cool. And Swampert, Venusaur's going to come in. Or Scarm, I guess. Set up spikes. Okay. Crits. Here comes Venusaur to revenge the Swampert, I would presume, unless Pack is scared of Venusaur letting something in the back set up. Like a DD Ments or something like that. I guess DD Ments could pose some sort of threat. But Starmie's at full health, so I really don't think so. Okay, here comes Venusaur. Power Juice should just let the Swampert die. And hopefully there's something in the back that can win. Yep, there goes Swampert. Venusaur's back to full. And let's see what's in the back. It's Tyranitar. Is it a DD Tyranitar that can flinch its way to victory? Then again, it has to eat 2 Giga Drains from Venusaur, which it probably won't. And it has to have 2 Rock Slides to outpace the Aerodactyl. Oh, dodges a Sleep Powder. Here comes Rock Slide. Oh, that's not banned. It's just a max attack leftovers. Tyranitar has to dodge another Sleep Powder. Maybe Pack just clicks Giga Drain. Yep, I think that's the play. Gets an Earthquake. GG's. Giga Drain heals the Tyranitar, and Pack dominates in the last 2 games and takes home the victory. Wow. I think Power Juice had some interesting teams, but I think there's just some plays that needed to be better and some preservations that didn't make a lot of sense. But, yeah, you know what? At least they got game 1, and they got a game off of a Callus Invitational player. Here are some donations.